the owner actually owned 2 businesses,
Okay.
and that will mean something here in a minute. So, the owner, I'm not going to say what the businesses were. I'll just say the owner owned 2 businesses.
Can you say what kind they were?
No, because it's local.
Oh.
So I'll just say this is a local thing.
Okay.
So I'll just leave it at that. 2 different counties, Wright County and McLeod.
Okay. Oh, I know what that is. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
So he's actually back in business now,
Okay.
I think, but not in our area. So the owner had about, I don't know, what was it, 20 employees, I think. I really wish I would have brought my script from my class because I can't remember it off the top of my head and its numbers, but he had I think 20 employees.
Yeah.
And we end up getting a phone call from the Department of Labor and Industry while I'm working at this agency as an agent. And they're like, hey, we have you down as the last agency. Did you write him work comp coverage anywhere? No. They're like, so you don't know what happened? And I'm like, no. Can I ask why you're asking? And long and the short of it was a lot of hemming and hawing. They finally told me there was a loss, and it was a fatality.
Oh.
So they were looking for coverage because obviously you don't want to have to go to the state fund if there's coverage, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to have to use that. So they were just trying to find coverage. We did not have it. So me being kind of an insurance nerd, I'm like, well, did he have it anywhere, right?
Right.
So then I just started following it in the news because I'm like, I just got to know. I'm an insurance nerd. Well, turns out he didn't. When he left us, we made him sign a form that said, I am aware that if I do not carry workers' compensation coverage, I am subject to the following fine and penalty. And I made him sign it. I made him sign it and date it before he left my office. Because I'm like, I'm offering this to you. If you don't want it, you are going to sign on the dotted line because I will not have my E&O come back on me.
Yeah. That's smart. Smart.
So I made him sign it. And so I went back and I looked at the date that he signed it. And then I went forward and I looked to the date of the accident. And it was a year and a half,
later.
2 years. And he had about 20 employees.
Dang, what an idiot.
So if I remember correctly, if it's $2,000 per employee per week that you didn't have coverage.
Good night, Irene.
Right.
Yeah, close the doors.
That's huge. There's unless you're like 3M, General Mills, you're not going to be able to pay that, right? Yeah. So a lot of the people in my class ask when I actually read this off, because I literally pull out my notes from it, so I know I'm using the correct numbers.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people in my class go, whoa, how come that never made the news? How come we never heard about that? Well, you didn't hear about it because the state didn't levy the fine. Why didn't the state levy the fine? Because the guy was on the train with the man in black on his way to Folsom for embezzling from his other company in McLeod County. Which was why he stopped paying for all of his insurance policies, because he needed the money, because he was trying to flow what's going on in McLeod County.
Oh my gosh.
So
what a mess.
Yeah, so it was really interesting, and a couple of my coworkers, every now and again will still get a random email. Hey, look who's back in the news.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.